Dustin Poirier and Justin Gaethje are set to fight for the BMF title and put on another banger for the fans.
Have the wherewithal to clinch!
Dustin Poirier, goodness!
Now, the fighters themselves are torn about who will win, but there are a surprising number of fighters doubting Poirier's mindset coming into this fight. The entire MMA community has been waiting to see Poirier versus Gaethje ever since their first Fight of the Year candidate back in 2018. And our wishes have finally come true, as the two are set to run it back again on July 29th at UFC 291. And this time, it will be for the BMF title. However, not everyone is sold on the title. The current 155-pound champ, Islam Makhachev, mocked the idea of the belt and even had some harsh words for Poirier and Gaethje. Just take a listen to the champ.
This belt for the bums, First time who fight for this belt. People who never can be champion, They give him some belt. Guys, be happy. Fight for BMF. But this is, what it is, I don't know, but then I have to stop this. But after this, please tell me. Stop.
Now, the BMF title itself might be a little played out. Even Gaethje himself mocked the idea. But the fight between Gaethje and Poirier cannot be overlooked. Just take a listen to how hyped the former middleweight champ turned color commentator Michael Bisping is for this epic showdown.
He is awesome, and this fight will be ridiculous. These are two of the most entertaining fighters on the roster in the lightweight division, and they are both hungry.
Now, as far as predictions are considered, Chael Sonnen believes that there is something that is keeping Justin Gaethje up at night because of the way he lost his previous fight against Poirier. And this something might be what gives him the edge in the fight. This is what Sonnen had to say.
Want to do somewhere within inside of them, they feel as though business was not settled in that first fight. I don't know what that is. You don't see Justin Gaethje get worked up very often, but you also don't see Justin Gaethje attempting to go back to the well, trying to fight somebody that he already fought. Something that Justin has not yet revealed, something has kept him up at night about that first match.
Now, one interested party that will be watching this fight closely has to be the former champ Charles Oliveira. He is also the perfect fighter to get insights from, as he recently defeated both Poirier and Gaethje. But more importantly, he might be in competition with the winner to see who gets the next crack at Islam Makhachev. So there is a lot to unpack here, but first, let's take a listen to what the former champ and his translator had to say about this fight.
Todo respeito pela história que tem, vai ser uma grande guerra.
Surely going to be a war once again. It's a fight that they're going to do what they do best, is just go to war. It's a fight that I'm interested in. I want to watch it. And once again, they're going to put on a fight, man.
Now, sticking with the lightweight contenders, Beneil Dariush also gave his 2 cents about how he sees the fight going and who might come out on top. This is what Dariush had to say.
I believe it's going to be Justin Gaethje. He seems a little bit hungrier, but at the same time, it's hard to say with Dustin Poirier, right? I said this before. Dustin Poirier, what makes him special is when he starts to get tired, his details improve in the small movements. So he's a very difficult guy to fight in 5 rounds. I know this fight's 5 rounds. It is an elevation, so I think that's also another advantage for Justin.
Like Charles Oliveira, our next fighter has also fought both Gaethje and Poirier. Eddie Alvarez was in fact the first fighter to ever beat Gaethje. However, he came up short against Poirier. So his valuable insights about this fight are very much appreciated. And surprisingly enough, he's picking against the guy who beat him. Just take a listen to what Alvarez had to say.
I have to see about Dustin's desire. I mean, he got to the top of the line where he wanted that world title. He didn't get it, but he still got to beat, Conor and make a lot of money with Conor, and sometimes that money can get in the way of your desire. Maybe he doesn't desire a world title the same way he did because, he's living comfortable.
There is an old saying in the fight game that it's hard to wake up in the morning when you're sleeping in silk sheets. And there's no doubt that Poirier hit the lottery with his Conor McGregor rivalry, plus his successful hot sauce business. So Eddie might be onto something here. However, the bantamweight champ Aljamain Sterling will be betting against Eddie's pick, as he sees Poirier winning the rematch as well as going 2-0 against Gaethje. This is what the champ had to say.
I kind of have to favor Poirier because I think he's a little bit cleaner. I think Gaethje has gotten cleaner as well. But after watching that first fight again, I was like, man, the only thing that was really dangerous were those calf kicks. And I think if Dustin makes those adjustments on that.
Now, seeing that Aljo went with Poirier, it's only right that Henry Cejudo is backing Justin Gaethje in this fight. Cejudo did an entire breakdown between Poirier and Gaethje and came to the conclusion that Gaethje has not only fought better competition lately, but he has looked better as well, especially against someone with elite striking like Rafael Fiziev, which is why Gaethje should get his hand raised at UFC 291, according to Cejudo. But let's hear from Triple C himself.
Gaethje has made those improvements, and and if he's able to surprise Dustin Poirier with some of that wrestling, I think it could be a much easier fight for Justin than it would be for a guy like Poirier.
So now we've gotten a good impression of what the MMA community thinks of this incredible main event. It's only right to get a few thoughts from the two guys who will be stepping inside the octagon at UFC 291. So let's kick things off with Justin Gaethje. He might have lost his fight against Poirier, but he called that a great learning experience and describes the upcoming fight as carnage. That's exactly the word every fan would use when they think of this fight. And this is what Gaethje had to say.
This guy's a dog, and I know I'm gonna have to be perfect. I know that there's no need for animosity. We're two of the best, most violent athletes in the sport. We both love what we do. We both love the carnage, and we're both content with what we're about to put ourselves through. It's all preparation. He's super confident. I'm super confident coming off this last win. And again, this card is stacked. It's going to be an electric night.
Now, as far as Poirier is concerned, the fight is a unique one in terms that the two men don't have to do any talking to sell the fight. Their performances speak for themselves, and the diamond is absolutely correct. This is what Poirier had to say about the rematch.
Daniel, I know what you want. You want us to sit here and talk back and forth. Look, these kind of fights don't need that. You know what you're getting. Hey, what's understood don't need to be explained. 25 minutes of something nasty is going to happen July 29th. And we both know that. You know that. Everybody clicking pay-per-view buy knows that. Let's go, man.
Now, if carnage wasn't enough, 25 minutes of something nasty seems like the perfect tagline for this main event. Every time Poirier and Gaethje step inside the octagon, they seem to leave with a bonus, a bloody canvas, and more fans. And the way these two are hyping it up, we will witness another Fight of the Year candidate at UFC 291. Plus, the winner could set themselves up for a title shot by the end of the year. So the stakes are high for this one, and July 29th cannot come fast enough. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell beside it so that you are notified the next time we upload a new video. And that being said, you just watched us break down fighters predicting Dustin Poirier versus Justin Gaethje 2. We'll see you next time.